Okay, everybody. So I got another firearms video. This is my 12 gauge, my Mossberg that I put up on my channel. We're gonna talk about shotgun shells today. Now we have an assortment of shotgun ammo here. Now, in terms of recoil, each one you find has a different recoil to it, which means how hard the gun hits you. So the first one that you want to start shooting with, 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch. Its velocity moving at 1,290 feet per second. It's got 1 ounce of number 8 shot in it. Let's see if I can open them up here, and we'll get one of them out. This is just the ammo. The gun's loaded, but I'm not going to be operating the firearm. Just going to show you what gun it goes with. All right, this is your target practice, kind of rabbit hunting, bird hunting, squirrel hunting. This is the round you'd want to use. It is low brass. See the silver piece? That's low brass. Number 8 shot. This comes in number 8, 7.5, number 7, and number 6. Now we move up the chain. Let's find the right ones here. I think it's these. If I can just find out how to open them, because I'm a moron that doesn't know what he's doing. I just bought these today, so it's going to be kind of hard to get into them. There we go. We'll pull this one out. If I can get it out without destroying anything. The box. Come on out of there. There we go. All right. This is double-aught buckshot. 3-inch Magnum. This is your 3-inch mag. Now 2 3/4 is your standard round. This is the Magnum 3-inch. So if you were to measure this with a ruler from here to the bottom of the brass, it will not measure 3 inches. It will be slightly off. What it means is when you fire this part opens up and sprouts out. Then you measure it after you fired it. It will be 3 inches. That is fired condition. That's your 3-inch Magnum high brass. You see the brass piece? It's up there. And boy, these things pack a punch to the shoulder, son. So here's low brass. Little silver piece. And there's high brass. And then we got this interesting 2 3/4 managed recoil buckshot. This is what law enforcement use. And here's what it looks like. Wait, that's the wrong shell. That's a bird shot. Anyway, what's this one? Okay, here's a Magnum that is rifled slug. 3-inch rifled slug. It looks just like your buckshot, but it's got a slug in it. What's a slug? 70 caliber lead ball. And this thing moves out of the muzzle at about 1650. She's really pumping it. She's really getting down. And then here is a normal. Whoa, 2 3/4 slug. Look at that slug, boy. That right there hurt you. That's freaking plastic, dude. I've never seen nothing like this. Wow. And these are Hornady. It's really expensive stuff right here. So, as I said, the birdshot this year is your target practice, bird hunting, rabbit hunting, stuff like that. You move up to a double-aught buckshot, 2 3/4. This I would not recommend for what I'm about to say, because this is really going to overpenetrate. But if you're going to use buckshot, you can hunt deer, and you can do home defense. Good home defense round. They make a bunch of different buckshot sizes. This is double-aught. There's 9 pellets in here. Then there's triple-aught, which is 8 pellets. Then they got a number 4 buck. They got a bunch of different ones. And then slug, you can hunt pretty much anything with, except for maybe bear. I don't know how that would work. It might just piss it off. So these are all 12 gauge rounds. If your shotgun does not say chambered for 3-inch shells, do not put 3-inch shells in it. I mean, you could shoot it, yes, if you get it in there, but some older shotguns, the chamber here is not designed to handle those pressures when it goes off. And this barrel could explode from anywhere from the middle of it here all the way back to here close to your face. And you've had a really, 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 really bad day. You would never, ever want that to happen. Because if it were to happen, man, you're probably not coming back from that. And if you do, you're really lucky. Consider yourself lucky, bud. Okay, what's this one? We gotta make sure we put these in the right boxes here. Magnum buck. Okay, put these back in the right boxes. God forbid we put them in the wrong ones. And I'm gonna shoot buckshot today, and then one of these kick-ass rifled slugs here puts a pounding on your shoulder. But we don't want that to happen. See, ammo mix-ups, man, that can be so bad. And there's some guns out here you could put a round in it that might be too powerful for that particular firearm, but it actually fit in the chamber, and you could close the action here, close that up, and pull the trigger on it, and the whole gun explodes and kills you or hurts someone around you or hurts you really bad. You wouldn't want that to happen. Safety, man. Always be safe. So that's what I mean about all these different rounds can all be fired in this gun. But if your barrel does not say chamber for 3-inch, don't put them in there. Some shotguns do 3.5-inch, but I don't have one that fires those rounds, so I wouldn't put one in it. And I definitely wouldn't put one in this. Boy, that's bad news. If it does fire and then nothing happens, you're never getting that case out of here. Let me spin around and we'll get another gun down. This Mossberg. Let's do a little chit chat about this. This is the Mossberg 500C 20 gauge. Now 20 gauge, man, is slightly smaller with the muzzle. See how small that is? And then look at the 12. It's a whole lot bigger. But this gun, dude, it's a field model. So this is wood. The stock is wood. The trigger is gold. And it has this really cool design here on the receiver. It's aluminum. And the bolt, stainless steel bolt. The barrel is, I think, 20-inch. Yeah, 20-inch barrel. Chambered for 2 3/4-inch rounds. The top of the receiver is drilled and tapped. You put your red dot on here, a scope, whatever you need to do. The safety, I can click the safety. It will not fire because there's no round in the chamber. So back, you're all safe. You click this forward. There's usually a red dot in here. You can barely see the red. It's back on safe. And the ammo for this, let's get that out. Let's get that out so that we can kind of see what we got. I'll just do a little comparison here. This is 20 gauge. Remington 20 gauge, 2 3/4, 5/8 ounce slug. And just like the 12 gauge slug that we just showed, this is a 20 gauge shell. Look at how much smaller the 20 gauge round is. But you still got that nice piece of lead in there. Now 20 gauge is really great for squirrel hunting, for rabbit hunting, anything you want to do. 20 gauge take care of you. And if you have a smaller framed person that might not be able to handle the 12 gauge Mossberg here, get them a 20 gauge. They're very comfortable to shoot with game loads like these, but there'll be 20 up here. Always read this number, because you don't want to put a 12 gauge in a 20 gauge. You don't want to do that. Yeah, it might fire, but it's going to wreck everything in here. But man, this gun I picked up for $200 at a pawn shop. And it's got 2 points of aim. There's your first bead right here. Then you got a bead down here. And it's got a rib on it that runs along top of the barrel. Is the barrel vented? It is not been vented. The way you tell, if you can see it, it says 500C 20 gauge, and it's made in North Haven, Connecticut. Everything's identical to the 12 gauge. It's just a 20 gauge. This is an 18.5-inch barrel. This is a 20-inch. And this is a hunting gun. So, if you look in here at the bore, you can see 2 little slots. That's your choke tube. I don't know what choke is in this. I haven't took it out. If you want to take it out and you don't have a wrench, you can use a quarter and just unscrew it. There's threads in here that it screws into. And you can change those chokes out to get you better patterns. It is loaded. If we can get where we can see it, it's loaded with 20 gauge buckshot. It's got a little weight to it. It's not too terribly heavy, so the recoil it's mild. Now you put a slug in here, yeah, she's gonna kick you pretty good, but it's pretty mild. It's a lot more mild than the 12. But I figured you guys might want to see this gun. I haven't put it on YouTube yet. Then I got one last one to do. The good old 270 up there in the middle. Might put it up here in a minute. But remember, 20 gauge goes in 20 gauge. 12 gauge goes in a 12 gauge. And this barrel has the warnings, read the owner's manual and all that stuff. And then on this side, it says Mossberg. Chambered for 2 3/4 and 3-inch shells. Always read that stuff. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun talking about it. I like guns. They're cool. They can be dangerous in the wrong hands. Oh yeah, one other difference in the 12 gauge. See the magazine cap here? You unscrew that. That's how your barrel comes off. On this one, you got the little wheel right here that you unscrew and the barrel will come off. Always move your bolt about halfway back, about right here, to take the barrel out, because of that flange that goes up into here. And it locks that barrel into place. So that you have steel to steel lock up here. So this receiver doesn't disintegrate on you. So that's almost all my guns. I got that 270 up here to do, and the 22 rifle behind me to do. But if you want to get you a shotgun and you think 12 gauge might be a little much, get you a 20. Because it's going to be a lot more milder to shoot than the 12. And if you have kids that want to get into shooting, Mossberg makes, this is a youth model 20 gauge. So it's not a full size, it's a youth model. The full size would have a 28-inch barrel on it. Big old long heavy thing. So there we go. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed. And let's lay them out here, those guns, so we can kind of see how they look side by side. That 12 gauge there, that's my baby. I love that thing. This 20's growing on me too. There we go. The recoil pad on this one is brown, and it's really hard. Boy, she don't offer much in the comfort part on the shoulder when you shoot it, but she gets the job done. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And remember all of these shells, man. Make sure you put the right stuff in your gun so that you don't hurt yourself or hurt somebody else. Take care.